This was recently called the Spider-Man game, really good, but you never played, from What Culture, and I got it today, definitely less than 24 hours ago. I'd say somewhere around maybe 20 or so hours ago. I got this game, and I think I've mastered the controls to the point that what I like, but there's definitely some issues with the game. That make it not one of the best games. There's other better Spider-Man games when it comes to control, and the controls, I guess the worst part of this game. Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are the best controls of a 3D kind of game like this. But I believe this is the only Spider-Man game which such awkward controls when you go around there. It's not a deal breaker, but it's just awkward. Check this out. Now, let's just say, for example, I want to get to, it doesn't matter what building. It could be any building in front of me, but I think probably the taller one in front of me is a better example. Let's just say I want to get to the tall one, but it's kind of easy for what I want to do. That's a good one. That's a good angle. This building right over here, right? 1, 2, little building, little and big right there, right? Let's say I want to get to that building. In most other Spider-Man games, I would jump off there and then do a web zip to go horizontally. Not this game. The only way you can get to that building without crashing down to the street is by doing this. You think that's fine, right? You should be able to zip up there. You can run up a building. That's fine. Why are they attacking now? Oh God. See, normally I would want to web zip right to the top, right? But I can't do that. You can't do that in this game. You only look at the fucking that's as fastest way going up a building. Now let's try this again. This is a better example. This building right here, right? Normally you would see this kind of thing and web zip right to you, but no, you got to do this. It's really stupid. That's your best way of going straight in the air. I tried every other way. You can't do that one. And to go quickly to the top there, you can run up there, or you can, the camera control gets out of crazy. For longer buildings like that one, oh, it's not pretty either. Controls in combat are fine. You feel super powerful when you're doing combat. I don't know why the beacon's there. Okay, so if I want to get to that building, I'll hold the X button to jump higher, jump off there, and then essentially mash that one, because you can't web zip there. Oh yeah, hold R1 to stick to a building. If you don't, well, you can be slipping and sliding around the place. So there is that one.
Hey there, Spider-Man. Word is that Kingpin still has some of the secret rooftop hideouts for little henchmen to work from.
Another thing I don't like about the game is when, no matter who's talking, they stay static, just like this. You can't rotate the camera around. They stay static, just like that one. They literally seem like lifeless toys, lifeless bodies. They're just talking without any kind of expression coming out of them. Oh no, you don't. Fucking music. Like, Spider-Man should be more expressive. Like, he should be moving his arms around, moving his head around there. See, Black Cat's moving around, but that's rare. That's like her idle pose kind of thing. So they don't move or whatever when they speak. It's just that one. There's no graphic thing on the side of. There's no sprite picture over there. There's no life coming out of them. It's just static. You can't move the camera around. It's just them speaking. Like, how difficult would it have been to give each character in the game I don't know, 4 or 5 different styles of movement when they speak. So when Spider-Man is saying something cool, he has an arrogant pose. When he's angry about something, he has an angry pose. When he's sad about something, he has a sad pose, etc., etc. But it's the same thing over and over again, no matter what there. The amount of, the lack of variety of enemies in the game is not staggering. There's only like 4 enemies in the game I've seen so far. Like, where's the money going? Where's the animation? Where's the time going? Why can't they give the characters more life? The voice acting is good on all the characters, but the animation doesn't match what they're saying.
It's been quite a night. I hear the police are swamped with assaults, unexplained medical emergencies, people freaking out.
Well, this is New York.
True. But this sounds like something more.
I'll keep an eye out for anything truly weird.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for you.
You do that. In the meantime,
Have a good time.
Yeah, Spider-Man seems like more like a badass in this game. And the thing I like about this game, you fucking music. The thing I like about this game more than any other Spider-Man is the air combat. I think the other games didn't really have air combat. It's kind of awkward doing air combat in the, I guess, the PS2 or early PS3 games. But you can't, when you're in the middle of a fight there and stuff's in your way, you can't really time your attack. Timing your attack in the air for an aerial strike, what they call in this game, is very reminiscent of Third Strike per se. You can't mash it. You can't you gotta eyeball it. Basically, like the grounded enemies are easier because they put up their guard right before your time is supposed to hit them. So even though your character Spider-Man is going for the ready pose, it's not then. It's right as soon as the enemy puts their guard up, that's when you're allowed to hit the button, and that's perfectly. But in the air, it's different because they don't have like block poses in the air. You gotta feel it out. You gotta feel it out like when you're gonna be doing that kind of thing. So here we go. Now, you would think getting across this thing, you have no web zip in this game. You can't like easily go to something. And from any other game in the franchise, if you web zip and you're too far from the target, you're going to miss. That's fine. But in this game, you have this, oh yeah, the black suit in the air, useless in the air. You keep going downward. But for some reason in this game, when you Spider-Man, you pretty much stay like hovered or whatever. Like in that position. It's so awkward. But like it is what it is, like I guess for Spider-Man. And then like you can go like that one and swing around, and then there you go. Super easy, barely inconvenience. Move the camera to like look down so you can aim at that. And so many fucking tokens, man. When I go to that building right there, air jump,